Ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to hear something that's not just words, it's a call, a reminder, and a promise. It's the idea that you owe it to yourself. Yes, you owe it to yourself to become everything you're capable of being. Deep down, you know it. There's a version of you, a powerful, resilient, and purpose driven you waiting to be unleashed. Let me tell you, believing in your potential is not arrogance, it's understanding what you're truly capable of. You owe it to yourself to stand up and say, I'm not here by accident. I'm here for a reason with something special within me. But here's the truth. No one else can believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a truth that we sometimes overlook or simply don't want to acknowledge. Each of us has untapped potential, vast resources of energy, talent, and drive that lie dormant within us. Yet many of us don't fully believe in that potential. We might dream big, but deep down, doubt creeps in and convinces us that our dreams are somehow out of reach. Today, I want you to challenge those doubts. I want you to look within and recognize the immense power and capacity that you possess, because when you begin to believe in your potential, everything in your life changes. Believing in your potential isn't about arrogance or thinking you're better than others. It's about honoring the gifts and the strengths that make you unique. It's about saying, I am here for a reason and I owe it to myself to find out what that reason is. It means understanding that no matter where you are now, you have the ability to grow, to evolve, and to achieve things you never thought possible. You owe it to yourself to believe that the life you dream of is within reach, and that every step you take toward that dream brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. Think of it like this. If you were given a seed, you wouldn't just look at it and say, oh, it's just a seed. It's not much. No, you would recognize the potential in that seed. You would understand that with the right care and nurturing, it could grow into a tall, strong tree. Believing in your potential is the same thing. It's seeing yourself as that seed, something small that has the capacity to grow into something truly magnificent. But that growth doesn't happen on its own. It requires you to believe in it, to nurture it, and to take actions that support it. Often we underestimate ourselves because we focus too much on our past failures or mistakes. We think, I tried before and I failed, so maybe I'm not cut out for this, but failures are not final. They're stepping stones on the path to success. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count, but they didn't let those failures define them. Instead, they learned from them and they continue to believe in their potential, knowing that each setback was bringing them closer to their goal. So don't let your past mistakes dictate your future. Your potential is far greater than any temporary failure. Sometimes we look around and see others achieving their dreams and we think they have something I don't. They're more talented, more skilled, more intelligent. But let me tell you something. The people who achieve great things aren't always the most talented or the most intelligent. They're the ones who believe in their potential, who show up every day, who work on themselves, and who refuse to give up. They believe that they're capable even when the odds are against them. And because they believe, they take actions that lead them closer to their dreams. Believing in your potential also means recognizing that you're capable of learning, of improving, and of becoming better than you were yesterday. Your mind is a powerful tool, and when you use it to fuel your belief in yourself, it can take you further than you ever imagined. Think of the times you accomplished something you thought was beyond your reach. Maybe it was a project at work, a personal goal, or even a small task you were initially afraid of. You did it because you pushed through the doubts. You showed yourself that you were capable, and that experience opened your eyes to what you could achieve. When you believe in your potential, you give yourself permission to dream big. You stop settling for a life that feels good enough and start aiming for a life that excites and inspires you. You start setting goals that might scare you because you know that's where real growth happens. And as you achieve those goals, you gain even more confidence in your abilities. Each accomplishment becomes a building block, a reminder that you are capable of even greater things. But belief alone isn't enough. It has to be paired with action. Every day you need to take steps that align with the belief you hold in your potential. Small steps, big steps, it doesn't matter as long as you're moving forward. The journey won't always be easy. There will be days when you doubt yourself, when you feel like giving up, when the obstacles seem too big. But those are the moments when your belief in your potential matters the most. It's easy to believe in yourself when things are going well, but real strength comes from believing in yourself, even when things are tough. When you embrace your potential and commit to nurturing it, you become unstoppable. You start to see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as roadblocks. You begin to trust yourself, to know that no matter what comes your way, you have the resilience and the ability to handle it. And as you build that inner strength, you'll find that others start to believe in you too. Your confidence and determination will inspire them, and they'll see in you the same potential that you see in yourself. The truth is, each of us has greatness within, but greatness doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who believe in their potential and are willing to work for it. It comes to those who refuse to settle, who dare to dream big, and who keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Ladies and gentlemen, you owe it to yourself to believe in your potential. Don't let doubt, fear, or past failures hold you back. Recognize the strength within you, embrace the journey of growth, and trust that you are capable of achieving more than you can imagine. This is your life, and you have the power to make it extraordinary. Believe in yourself, take that first step, and keep going. Because one day you'll look back and realize that every moment you believed in yourself was a moment that brought you closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about taking responsibility for your dreams. It's easy to say, I have a dream. We all have dreams, visions of what we like our lives to be, goals we hope to accomplish, and aspirations that give us a sense of purpose. But having a dream is only the first step. Realizing that dream requires a level of commitment and responsibility that goes far beyond simply wishing for it. You owe it to yourself to not only dream big, but to take ownership of that dream, to treat it as a responsibility, as something you are accountable for every single day. When we say take responsibility, we're talking about a mindset shift. Too often people think that if they have the talent, the resources, or the support, the dream will just come to life. But the reality is that dreams don't become real because of circumstances. They become real because of commitment. Taking responsibility for your dream means being willing to take charge of your life and your actions. It means deciding that no matter what obstacles you face, you won't give up on yourself or your vision. You owe it to yourself to protect that dream fiercely, to guard it against doubts, and to nurture it with every choice you make. The first part of taking responsibility is acknowledging that no one else is going to make your dream come true for you. Often we fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect time, the right resources, or someone to give us the opportunity we think we need. But the truth is, if you wait for someone else to hand you your dream, you'll be waiting forever. You owe it to yourself to recognize that your dream is your responsibility and that only you can take the steps necessary to bring it to life. It's up to you to create the opportunities, to find the resources, and to make the time even when it seems impossible. Taking responsibility also means being willing to put in the hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, every dream requires effort. Every goal, every achievement, every success story has a backstory of dedication, sacrifice, and relentless effort. People often see the glory and the success of others, but they don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices that were made along the way. When you take responsibility for your dream, you're signing up for that hard work. You're saying, I am willing to do what it takes, no matter how tough it gets, because I believe in my dream and in my ability to achieve it. But responsibility doesn't mean that the journey will be straightforward or free of obstacles. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when setbacks feel overwhelming, and when you start to doubt yourself. Taking responsibility means accepting these challenges as part of the process rather than using them as reasons to give up. When you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger through this? You owe it to yourself to see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones on the way to realizing your dream. Each challenge you overcome builds your resilience, sharpens your focus, and brings you one step closer to achieving your goal. Taking responsibility also means letting go of excuses. How often do we say things like, I don't have enough time, or I don't have the right connections, or I'm just not lucky enough? These are excuses, ways we let ourselves off the hook when things get tough. But if you want your dream badly enough, you'll find a way to wear on those excuses. You'll make time, you'll build connections, and you'll create your own luck through hard work and persistence. Excuses are limitations we place on ourselves, and when we take responsibility for our dreams, we let go of those limitations. We stop looking for reasons why we can't and start focusing on ways we can. Another critical part of taking responsibility is setting goals and staying accountable to them. Dreaming big is essential, but without actionable goals, a dream can remain just a fantasy. You owe it to yourself to break down your big dreams into smaller, achievable steps and to set clear milestones along the way. Each step, each goal achieved is progress. And with every bit of progress, your belief in your ability to achieve your dream grows. But setting goals isn't enough. You need to hold yourself accountable. Check in with yourself regularly. Are you taking the necessary actions? Are you moving forward, even if only by a small step each day? Accountability is the key to staying on track and keeping your dream alive. When you take responsibility for your dream, you also make a commitment to yourself to keep going, no matter how long it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, patience is part of the process. Sometimes we become so focused on reaching the end goal that we get discouraged if we don't see immediate results. But big dreams often require time, sometimes years, to fully realize. You owe it to yourself to stay committed to your vision, even when progress seems slow. Trust that the work you're putting in now is laying the foundation for the success you'll see later. Keep pushing forward, knowing that every small action you take is building momentum toward achieving your dream. In addition, taking responsibility means surrounding yourself with the right people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who challenge you to be better. It's easy to get discouraged if you're surrounded by negativity or by people who don't understand your vision. Seek out those who uplift you and hold you accountable. Sometimes taking responsibility for your dream means letting go of relationships or habits that hold you back. You owe it to yourself to create an environment that supports your growth and success. Finally, taking responsibility for your dream means staying true to your why. Every dream has a purpose, a reason that fuels it. Maybe your dream is about making a difference in others' lives, achieving financial freedom, or creating something meaningful. Whatever it is, keep that why at the forefront of your mind, especially during tough times. Remind yourself why you started and why it's worth the effort. That purpose will give you the strength to keep going, to keep taking responsibility, even when the road is difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, you owe it to yourself to take full responsibility for your dreams. Don't wait for permission. Don't let excuses or setbacks stop you. Embrace the hard work, hold yourself accountable, and stay true to your vision. This is your life, and only you can make it what you want it to be. Believe in your ability to make your dreams a reality and commit to taking the steps necessary to bring them to life. Every day, choose to take responsibility for your dreams because you deserve to live the life you envision. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest acts of responsibility we can undertake in our lives is to embrace growth and learning. Personal growth and a commitment to lifelong learning are not just optional, they're essential parts of honoring your potential and achieving the goals you set for yourself. They are how we transform dreams into reality, how we bridge the gap between who we are today and who we're capable of becoming. Embracing growth and learning is more than a single action, it's a mindset, a lifestyle. To grow, we must be willing to challenge ourselves, to stretch beyond our comfort zones, and to seek out new knowledge and skills. Growth is rarely comfortable. In fact, it can be downright uncomfortable, even scary. But every time we push ourselves to learn something new, to step into unfamiliar territory, we're expanding our horizons and adding new dimensions to our lives. Each experience, each lesson, each skill we develop builds upon the last, creating a foundation that allows us to take on bigger challenges and achieve greater successes. Let's face it, most people prefer comfort. We all like to feel secure, to know that we're in control, but growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Imagine a seed planted in soil. If that seed stays snugly in its shell, refusing to change, it will never become a plant. It has to break open, to reach down and root itself, and to push upward through the soil into the light. Similarly, in order to reach our fullest potential, we need to break free from the limitations we place on ourselves. And we have to be willing to step into the unknown, to face challenges, and to learn new things, even if it feels uncomfortable. The truth is, when we stop learning, we stop growing, we become stagnant, and our lives become routine. We settle for what we know rather than exploring what we could be. Ladies and gentlemen, you owe it to yourself to pursue growth because growth is what makes life fulfilling. It's what allows us to discover new passions, to unlock talents we didn't know we had, and to build resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Embracing growth and learning is not only about acquiring knowledge, it's also about developing the skills and attributes that make us better people. It's about building patience, humility, and resilience. It's about learning from failure and seeing setbacks as lessons rather than defeats. Every challenge we face, every obstacle we overcome teaches us something valuable, something that will serve us on our journey. Each time we fail and pick ourselves back up, we're building the kind of inner strength that no book or lecture could ever give us. We're gaining experience, and with each experience, we're becoming more capable, more confident, and more prepared for whatever life throws our way. There's another vital aspect of embracing growth, and that's the idea of adaptability. The world around us is constantly changing, and if we're not willing to grow, we'll be left behind. Look at the technology we use, the way we communicate, the skills that are valued in today's workforce. They're all evolving rapidly, and so must we. Adapting means being open to change, even when it's difficult, and being willing to learn new skills or adopt new ways of thinking. When we commit to growth, we're preparing ourselves to thrive in an ever-changing world. Moreover, growth and learning are not confined to formal education or training programs. They are things we can pursue every single day in every interaction and in every experience. Sometimes the most profound growth happens outside of the classroom, in moments when we're faced with challenges or when we step outside of our routine. It's in the conversations we have with others, in the books we read, in the hobbies we explore, and in the risks we take. Growth is a continuous journey, and it happens in the little moments as much as in the big ones. Taking responsibility for our growth also means seeking out mentors and learning from those who have walked the path before us. There are countless people with knowledge and experience that we can learn from if we're open to it. Having a mentor can be invaluable because it allows us to see our own blind spots, to gain new perspectives, and to benefit from the lessons others have already learned. Mentors can challenge us to think differently, to set higher standards for ourselves, and to push beyond our self-imposed limits. Learning from others and being willing to take their guidance is a powerful way to accelerate our growth. Another important part of embracing growth and learning is reflection. Growth isn't just about moving forward constantly, it's also about looking back, assessing where we've been, and understanding what we've learned from our experiences. Reflection allows us to internalize our growth, to see how far we've come, and to recognize the progress we've made. It's a way to remind ourselves that even when growth feels slow, it's happening. Taking time to reflect helps us stay focused on our goals and to stay committed to our journey of growth. This journey isn't just for you. It's for everyone whose life you touch. When you grow, you become a better friend, a better family member, a better colleague, and a better leader. Your growth ripples out and impacts those around you, inspiring them to pursue their own growth. Embracing growth and learning allows you to contribute more meaningfully to your relationships, your work, and your community. So make a commitment to yourself to embrace growth. Be willing to put in the effort to face the discomfort and to challenge yourself daily. Seek out new knowledge, learn from those around you, and keep pushing yourself to be better. Growth is not about reaching a final destination. It's about continually expanding your understanding, your skills, and your perspective. The journey of growth and learning is a lifelong commitment, but it's a commitment worth making. It's a path that leads to a life of purpose, a life where you're constantly evolving, constantly learning, and constantly moving closer to your dreams. Embrace that journey, honor your potential, and keep pushing forward because you owe to yourself to become everything you're capable of being. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the concept of perseverance, something that lies at the very heart of personal success and fulfillment. Perseverance isn't just about working hard, it's about remaining determined, resilient, and committed even in the face of setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. Perseverance is the difference between giving up when things get tough and pressing forward, knowing that every step you take is bringing you closer to your dreams. If you're truly dedicated to your vision, you owe it to yourself to persevere, to keep going no matter how tough the road becomes. Life is filled with moments that will test your resolve. There will be days when it feels like the world is against you, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when the temptation to quit is overwhelming. But it's in these moments that true perseverance is born. Perseverance is what allows you to face adversity with courage. It's what gives you the strength to say, I may be struggling, but I won't give up. When you persevere, you're demonstrating to yourself that your dreams are worth fighting for, that you are committed to your goals, and that no setback is powerful enough to stop you. Imagine a mountain climber scaling a steep, challenging peak. Each step upward takes immense effort. There are rocks to avoid, cliffs to climb, and moments when it would be easier to turn around and go back down. But that climber keeps pushing forward despite the exhaustion, the doubts, and the risks. Why? Because they know that the view from the top is worth it. Perseverance is like that. It's a commitment to keep moving forward step by step, even when the journey is difficult. The rewards may not be visible right now, but with each step, you're getting closer to your goal, closer to achieving the life you envision. Perseverance also means embracing failure as part of the journey. So often we fear failure because it makes us feel inadequate or discouraged. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone toward it. Each failure brings with it a lesson, an opportunity to improve, and a chance to grow stronger. When you persevere, you're accepting that failure is part of the process. You're willing to learn from your mistakes, to adapt, and to keep moving forward. Perseverance transforms failure from something that stops you into something that propels you. Every time you get back up after a fall, you're building resilience, developing character, and strengthening your commitment to your dreams. Another key aspect of perseverance is discipline. It's one thing to be motivated, to feel a burst of energy and excitement for your goals. But motivation alone isn't enough to carry you through the tough times. Discipline is what keeps you on track when motivation fades, when the initial excitement wears off, and when the journey becomes difficult. Discipline is about showing up for yourself every day, putting in the effort and staying focused on your goals, even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to push through distractions, to prioritize what truly matters, and to stay committed to your vision. Discipline fuels perseverance, giving you the strength to keep going no matter the circumstances. Perseverance also requires patience. In our fast-paced world, we're often conditioned to expect immediate results. We want success to come quickly, for our hard work to pay off right away. But true success, lasting, meaningful success, takes time. When you persevere, you're acknowledging that progress may be slow, that results may not be immediate, but that you're willing to keep working because you believe in your goals. Patience is the willingness to stay the course, to keep putting in the effort, and to trust that your dedication will pay off in the long run. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams, and each moment of patience strengthens your perseverance. It's also essential to recognize that perseverance isn't a solitary journey. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can make all the difference. When you have people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who hold you accountable, it becomes easier to stay committed. Perseverance isn't about shouldering the burden alone, it's about finding strength in the support of others. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or like minded individuals, having a network of support can help you stay focused, motivated, and resilient. These people remind you of your potential, why you started, and the value of the journey itself. Perseverance also means staying flexible and open-minded. Sometimes the path to your goals may not look exactly as you imagine. There may be twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But part of persevering is adapting to those changes without losing sight of your ultimate vision. Flexibility allows you to adjust your approach, to find new solutions, and to overcome obstacles in creative ways. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even if the direction shifts. When you're open to change and willing to adapt, you strengthen your resilience, making it easier to persevere challenges and setbacks. Another powerful aspect of perseverance is self-belief. To persevere, you must believe that you are capable of achieving. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now focus on something that is often overlooked in our pursuit of success: the importance of consistency. We all know that success doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't come from one great effort or from a single moment of brilliance. Success is built slowly, steadily, and consistently, one small action at a time. You owe it to yourself to make consistency a central part of your journey. The power of consistency lies in the fact that it allows you to make incremental progress, even on days when you don't feel particularly motivated. It's easy to be excited when you first set a goal, when the vision of success is fresh and the path ahead seems clear. But over time, that initial excitement can fade and the journey may start to feel long or tedious. During those moments, it's the power of consistency that will keep you moving forward. It's the small daily actions that add up to significant progress, even if they seem insignificant in a moment. Thought about a plant growing. When it's first planted, it may seem like there's little happening. The seed is in the soil and it's hard to see any noticeable change. But day by day, the roots grow deeper and the stem pushes upward. If the plant were to stop growing after just 1 or 2 days, it would never become a full-fledged plant. In the same way, your success depends on your ability to show up every day, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Consistency ensures that over time, your efforts compound and lead to results. A major reason consistency is so crucial is that it helps build momentum. The more consistently you work toward your goals, the more momentum you create. Momentum is a powerful force. It's the feeling of progress and forward motion that makes it easier to keep going. Once you've built momentum, it becomes much easier to continue working because you've already created a rhythm, a flow. It's like pushing a heavy object. At first, it takes a lot of effort, but once you get it moving, it becomes easier to keep it in motion. That's what consistency does for you. It helps you build that momentum that pushes you forward, even when you feel like giving up. Moreover, consistency builds trust and credibility. Whether it's with yourself or others, showing up consistently establishes reliability and dependability. If you say you're going to do something and then follow through on it time and time again, you earn the trust of those around you, as well as your own trust in your abilities. Consistency helps you establish a reputation as someone who is reliable, who can be counted on to deliver, even when the going gets tough. And trust, as we know, is foundational to success, whether you're building a career, a business, or personal relationships. But consistency doesn't just impact your external world, it also helps you build internal discipline and resilience. The discipline to keep working, even when you don't feel like it, is one of the most powerful attributes you can develop. It's easy to work when you're inspired or when you feel motivated, but true success comes from working even when you don't feel like it. Developing this discipline helps you strengthen your resolve, allowing you to stay focused on your long-term goals instead of getting distracted by short-term challenges or setbacks. Every time you push through resistance, you're developing mental toughness, which will serve you well when you encounter bigger obstacles in the future. Furthermore, consistency helps you refine your skills over time. The more you practice something, the better you become at it. Whether it's writing, speaking, creating content, or any other skill, consistent effort leads to continuous improvement. As you put in the hours day after day, your skills sharpen, your expertise deepens, and your performance improves. If you want to master something, consistency is the key. It's not about waiting for a moment of genius or waiting until you feel ready. It's about showing up consistently and putting in the work day in and day out. With every bit of practice, you're edging closer to mastery. Now, consistency is not about mindlessly repeating the same actions without reflection. It's important to balance consistency with intentionality. This means regularly reviewing your progress and adjusting your approach as needed. If you're consistently doing something but it's not yielding the results you want, then you have to be open to adjusting your strategy. Consistency does not mean sticking rigidly to the same methods if they aren't working. Instead, it means committing to your goal and showing up each day, but also being flexible enough to change your tactics if necessary. Consistency coupled with adaptability is a powerful combination for success. Another important factor to consider when it comes to consistency is that it helps you overcome the fear of failure. A lot of people hold back because they're afraid of making mistakes or not being good enough, but consistency teaches you that failure is just part of the process. When you show up consistently, you're sending a message to your world that you're willing to fail, learn from it, and keep going. Each failure is an opportunity to refine your approach and improve. The key is not to let setbacks discourage you, but rather to see them as necessary steps on the way to success. Consistency allows you to embrace failure as feedback rather than something that should stop you in your tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, consistency is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. It's the key to making progress, building momentum, and achieving your long-term goals. But the beauty of consistency is that it doesn't require huge leaps of breakthroughs. It's about showing up, doing the work, and taking small steps every day. The work you put in today may not seem like much, but over time it compounds. The most successful people are not necessarily the ones with the most talent or the greatest opportunities. They are the ones who show up consistently, who make daily progress, and who continue in when things get tough. So you owe it to yourself to stay consistent. Embrace the power of small daily actions and trust that those small steps will add up to something significant over time. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination, and consistency is the fuel that keeps that journey going. If you stay committed, continue to show up each day, and remain consistent in your efforts, you will inevitably reach your goals no matter how big they are. The key is to keep going, even when it feels like you're not making fast progress, because consistency always wins in the end. Stay the course and trust the process. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the conclusion of today's discussion, I want to leave you with a powerful reminder. You owe it to yourself to achieve your fullest potential. You are capable of far more than you may realize. Every day you have the opportunity to make choices, to take actions, and to put yourself on the path to greatness. But it requires commitment, persistence, and the understanding that success is not about shortcuts or instant results. It's about the journey, the daily grind, and the unwavering belief that you are worthy of the best life has to offer. Throughout today's speech, we've explored the fundamental truths that will guide you to success. First, you owe it to yourself to dream big. Your dreams are not too big. They are simply a reflection of your highest potential. Don't let anyone, including yourself, limit what you believe is possible. Your aspirations are the blueprint for the life you're capable of creating, and it's up to you to make them a reality. Dream without fear and take consistent action toward those dreams every single day. Next, we talked about embracing growth and learning. Growth is not just about acquiring knowledge or skills. It's about developing a mindset that seeks continuous improvement. In today's fast-paced world, staying static is not an option. To thrive, you must be open to learning, adapting, and evolving. The more you grow, the more equipped you become to handle challenges and seize opportunities. Personal development is a lifelong process, and each new piece of knowledge or skill you acquire strengthens your ability to succeed. We also discussed the importance of perseverance. Perseverance is the fuel that powers your dreams. It's easy to quit when things get tough, but it's in those moments of struggle that your strength emerges. Every time you push through adversity, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable. Failure is not the end, it's a lesson. It's the moment when you learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. You are not defined by the challenges you face, but by how you respond to them. So keep going, even when it feels like the odds are against you, because your perseverance will eventually lead you to success. Furthermore, we examine the significance of consistency. Success doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from showing up every day, no matter how you feel, no matter the obstacles. Consistency allows you to build momentum, to refine your skills, and to make progress over time. It's the small daily actions that compound into significant achievements. When you remain consistent in your efforts, you develop discipline and resilience, and you earn trust both from yourself and from others. So be patient with the process and trust that consistency will lead you to your destination. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may be thinking, this sounds great, but where do I start? So the answer is simple: start today. The journey to success begins with the decision to take that first step. I don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment will never come. The best time to begin is now. It doesn't matter if you don't have everything figured out or if the path ahead seems unclear. What matters is that you begin and then you continue day by day with commitment and determination. You owe it to yourself to believe in your potential, to take responsibility for your growth, to persevere in the face of challenges, and to remain consistent in your efforts. This journey may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. The life you desire is within your reach, but only if you take ownership of it and put in the work necessary to create it. Remember, success is not an event, it's a process. It's the accumulation of daily efforts, each one adding to the foundation of your future. Don't get discouraged by setbacks or slow progress. Trust that each step is part of the journey and that every day brings you closer to your goals. Keep your vision clear, your mind focused, and your heart full of purpose. As you leave here today, I want you to carry this one thought with you: you are capable of greatness. The only thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of is your willingness to take action, stay persistent, and keep learning. You owe it to yourself to become the best version of yourself, to chase your dreams with unrelenting passion, and to build a life that makes you proud. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your commitment to growth. The future is yours for the taking, and it starts with the actions you take today. Keep moving forward, stay consistent, and never give up. You are worth the effort, and your success is just around the corner.